September 3rd, 2018. Getting ready for a confrontation with police officers concerning this DHS stuff, this private citizen stuff, and these crimes that are continuing. This is for documentation of evidence. Yep. I refuse to speak to you concerning the crimes that have been committed. You wanted a statement? Here it is. That is a statement of crimes being committed with acoustical devices, both private and by the police and fire departments through DHS, as part of the 1033 military program. That Raytheon man right there, I am accusing of using that private surveillance device with that infrared camera he's got on Bill and Phyllis's house across the street to harm us. I know he goes to the Sykesville police station and uses their stuff, so their surveillance cameras should have that man and others in this neighborhood.
I know of nobody except for authorized personnel.
That is absolutely a crock, and I'm not going to even argue with you. I demand your hard drives, your Tetra handsets, your mobile communications, and his hard drive off of his computer for that private device that is utilized for these weapons. They're claiming a human experimentation program or training and exercises with military surplus and combat tactics. That is a private device. We are being harmed by it, both by them directly and anybody coming in over it. I have nothing more to say. That is my official statement. And my mother's involvement in this group, she can be arrested for it as far as I'm concerned. I have no more to say. I have lived here 12 years. I am the only one with a key. My mother does not live here. Now, while she does own this house and this property, all the belongings on it are mine except for that which is my children's and my grandchildren's. Okay. And while my mother thinks she's going to pull a stunt as her mother authority and just come here and take stuff and throw it out and do what she frickin' wants with my belongings, have them take it out, and everybody just ignores me because it's my belongings and my mother has said so. Excuse me?
Have any of your belongings been removed?
Dumpster, but I'm not arguing anymore over what's been taken. I've told them to cease and desist. Don't come back on the property. She can take us to a courtroom. I've lived here myself with my son for 12 years.
Okay, 12 years.
She doesn't. She doesn't live at this residence. She owns it, but she doesn't live here. Okay. And while my daughter and her boyfriend have joined me with her son, it's my residence. I've lived here. The things here, besides what belongs to my kids and grandkids, it's nothing's hers other than the property.
Okay.
So she's got an argument with me living here. She can take me to a court. Please do so.
Okay. I don't think that's where we are right now, but I'll finish reading this statement like you asked me to.
You can keep it because I would like charges filed against these people.
I can do it now.
I have spoken to Officer Bird.
Sorry?
He ignored it. He tried to tell me that was BG&E. My sister bought the exact surveillance device from Gary Phillips, who lives up on Carter. It's a commercial surveillance device with pest control abilities. They're using it, the pest control abilities like combat, and they're attacking with, the device is this device. It's connected to that one. Gary Phillips stood in my front yard aligning that one.
Can you point that to me so I can see it?
It's the little box on the telephone pole.
I don't know what that is.
That's audio and video going into his home.
I don't see anything that would emit a spray or a pesticide.
It's not a pesticide, it's sonic. He's using it as an acoustical weapon.
There's wires going from there to the residence. That's all I can see.
Yeah, well, he had it up there. The man that he did it with drives a burgundy pickup truck. He showed up. I've got a picture of his vehicle. He showed up at 5:30 in the evening and did it. Gary Phillips did the other one. This is all Gary Phillips' security firm, the one he used to work for. But this has been an ongoing problem. I've had animals killed. I've been harmed by it. I've been being electronic, feels like taser. I get peptoids, which are the pulsated electronic air bullets. I'm getting full combat on me.
Electric air bullets?
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing when you kill the deer in the street. But they're sending the signals. It's signal warfare. And it's coming over the private devices, which they're claiming is part of realistic military training with the fusion centers.
Why don't we just, I'm only like a third of the way down. I'll finish reading, and then we'll go from there.
That was reference to Black Audi, correct?
Police just off the front police doing it.
My apologies.
Okay. All right, Mr. O'Neill. So I read this, and
I would like a police report filed against him.
well, here's the thing.
I need an investigation on a private device.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you right now what I judge the situation to be.
Okay.
Based on my training knowledge experience. Corporal Byrd appears to be correct in what he told you. This is a BG matter.
No, he said it was. It isn't. They said that's not their device.
This is my assessment.
That is a private device. BG&E has already cleared that. That's not theirs. It's not Verizon's, and it's not.
And they haven't removed it.
No.
Well, I would probably recontact them and tell them it's my understanding you're going to remove it, and you have not removed it yet. So that sounds like something that they could follow up on there.
I've tried reporting this to the Maryland State Police because I felt Officer Byrd did not handle it.
Okay.
His wife, Maxine, was on the Board of Commissions. We've had Officer Nielsen from the State Troopers and a few others who personally come to see his house is secure when he's on vacation. So he gets special treatment by both Sykesville and the Maryland State Police officers that he's friends with, which seem to have some influence on this. Anyway, we're being hurt. My mother is aware of this situation. She wants to ignore it. And the situation with the house, if she would like to deal with that in a court of law, so do so, is my response, because this isn't going to work.
Okay. Well, I know knowledge of any MSP investigation. I do know that there's nothing criminal. If BG&E is aware of it, they should take it down, and that's all I'll say about that.
Okay.
I don't see any crimes that I can investigate here based on your statement.
Okay.
I'll have another look at it. Okay, I will for you.
Okay.
Just to make sure I got it all clear. It's nothing I can investigate from my end. Okay. Or nor do I see anything I can pass on to other
So if somebody's using a pest control device to attack their neighbors and their pets and their families, that's not within your jurisdiction? Whose jurisdiction is it?
The way you described it to me, it's not a matter that we...
I've reported it to the FBI.
I see.
I've made reports to the FBI. I've done reports to try to report it to the state police. I've tried to report it to Sykesville.
And your evidence is that animals have popped up dead.
No, it's more than that. It's the fact that we know what that device is.
I don't know what that is.
I do.
Some kind of electrical box with.
It's a commercial surveillance device with sonic pest control abilities.
I've never even heard of a device like that.
Well, they sell them online. They sell them at security firms. They sell them at the pest control company up on 32. Regardless of that, there's an issue. These are crimes. The FBI actually calls it bioterrorism because they call acoustical devices used to attack people biologically
And you said they were contacting,
acoustics.
there were no results.
It's calling people, and nobody does anything. So it's
Well, I
just
can't comment. That's not that agency.
yeah.
I can tell you this today. Actually, the reason you're actually here
Yeah.
is a welfare check requested by the homeowner. Okay. Now, what she told me was basically there had been a little bit of incident earlier. There was yelling between you and them.
I told them to cease and desist removing my property, and they told me they did not have to because my mother told them to.
Right. Exactly.
And I said, it's not my mother's property, it's mine, and you don't listen
Now,
to my mother.
I'm not understanding. She owns the house, like you said, right?
Yeah, but I'm the only one who's lived here for 12 years. She does not. Those are not her belongings. She's removing, it's mine.
Well, she called dispatch, okay, and said that they have a right to be on the property, and she would
No,
like them to
but
go.
they don't have a right to take my things.
Okay, that's what I asked you earlier. What have they taken that belongs to you?
I have electronics that I do scrap metaling with.
Okay.
She's taking it out. At this point,
They belong to you?
it's as if it's like this. There is an issue. If she needs to go to the police and take us to court, do so. Take
Yes.
me to court.
It sounds like a civil matter,
But
though.
yeah, she's just not going to come on the property and do whatever she wants
Kim, can I ask you one
anymore.
question? This item you talked about, it's already been loaded up and taken away,
Well, she's 2 or 3 loads.
and
now.
you want it back.
No, I don't want it back. At this point, the swings are gone, the bicycles are gone. It's trivial. The argument is a stop, and that's where we're at now. Just don't do any more. Take me to a court. We'll fight it there.
Okay, I'll tell this to you. If any of your personal property is being taken away and you believe it's permanently deprived, we will look into that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be arguing with my son, my daughter, and her boyfriend over the fact that is my stuff.
Right.
Because my mother tells you
So call
does
us.
not.
Give us a call.
Well, that's what and they're acting like that's nothing.
But you see, it was them that called. It was actually specifically your mother who called.
Because they want to act like they can do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter what I say.
Well, I'm going to tell
And
you
I
right
do
now,
have
they
rights.
cannot do whatever they want. Okay?
Okay.
If they take your personal property and there's intent to permanently deprive, okay, and you make a complaint, we will take that and we will investigate it. Okay. I will promise you that. But if in the absence of a complaint, which I'm not getting from you that you're making a criminal complaint of theft.
No, at this point, I've just told them to stop.
Okay, but
And that's all I wanted understood. And she can take it to a court if she has a problem.
And that might be a civil matter or a criminal matter if you got your personal property. But if you don't make a complaint like that, there's nothing for me to stop. They have full rights to access to this property as long as you don't steal your property. So you need to let them do what
But
they...
that's not the issue. The issue isn't access to the property. The issue is the access to, and she's removing my belongings.
Your belongings. Well, that's what I told you.
No matter how
theft.
trivial, but that's the issue. So I'm asking for it to be stopped.
So
Do I need to file a complaint against her to
If you
have
made
it
a complaint
stopped?
of theft, we'd take the report. Now, that would require you to come to court, okay?
I don't have an issue with that.
Criminal court. Explain the items that were taken. And now, from my understanding is they've been loaded up but not taken yet.
No, this is the 3rd truckload.
Okay, so that would be a theft complaint. Now, if it's unfounded or everyone's wasting their time, okay?
Right.
I mean, if this is something that maybe your mother left and it's really not yours. It was
No,
just in the
she's
house.
never lived here in this residence.
All right. Or if there's any ambiguity, I'm telling you, it is a waste of time.
Yeah, no, she's never
But if there
lived
is
in this
something that
residence.
belongs to me, I bought it, I own it,
Yeah.
it cannot be removed, and I think they're permanently deprived, that's a theft complaint, okay?
No,
But I caution you to-
the yelling began because I asked them to stop taking my stuff, and they thought that my mother's order to do what she said superseded my right to say, no, you don't.
Okay. Okay.
And
Well, that doesn't-
that's what the conflict
That's-
became.
Now, but I'm going to tell you right now, their right to be on this property, they have a right to be on the property.
Well, I'm not
the right to
denying
take
their
your
right.
personal property,
Yeah.
they don't have that right.
Well, that's what I need conveyed to her,
Okay.
because at this point, that's
Did
the
she go
issue.
inside the house?
No, she's not here.
And just let you know, your mother is on her way.
Yeah.
So I encourage whatever the result
Well, that
is.
probably won't go well, so you might want to hang around, because I'm sure
Well,
she's got a temper.
I mean, we need something to articulate. Like I said, everything comes back to articulation. It's why are we doing it, and what are we doing? You know, and I can only offer certain services.
404.
You know, I can't really go into the civil realm of it, which it sounds like a lot of this is.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to tell me there's an item, you know, that you know is removed by them, I'll talk to them, and we'll make sure it does not
We
get
have a
removed.
check welfare
Well,
pending.
Is
at
there
this
anything that's
point,
been-
At this point, the only things they're taking is mine.
Everything they're taking is yours?
My mother thought I would move back into her house, which really was bogus. She wasn't even trying to do that.
Well, that's not what I'm here for today.
But it's the civil. It is a civil matter. I'm not going to waste another minute of your time. My mother
You
shows
don't want
up,
to
so be it.
complain about any stolen property?
Not unless I have to. If she shows up and
If,
starts an assault or something like that, and there's an issue, then we'll deal with it from there.
give us a call and we'll come right back, okay?
Okay.
But in the meantime, please try to be civil. It is her home, and these folks are here on the property at her request. So
Yeah. Well,
I know
that
it
is
sounds like a larger issue, like you know, that you feel like you're kind of being encroached upon.
Yeah. No, it's not the encroachment.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Welfare.
Ocean King. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a civil matter. Advising and such a good stuff. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, and if there is an item, you know, I understand what you're saying. You're not reporting anything being stolen at this time, right?
Right.
It's a civil matter. But if anything of yours gets taken,
Right.
that is yours and yours alone, and you
Please
don't want
stress
it,
that to her.
give us a call back. That will be a theft complaint.
Okay.
In the meantime, please let them do
I have no issue
other
with that.
things in the property. Okay. Access to the house. I mean, I know of no eviction notice.
Right.
I know of no court order telling you
Right.
to stay away. So you are fully within your legal right to be here.
Right.
Okay. However, if it were to get a little bit heated, we could get a call for disorderly conduct. In
That's
that case,
fine.
we would have to come back and look into whoever might be involved in that. Okay.
Okay.
So, like I said, for you, if they start acting disorderly to you, give us a call back. You know, if you just want a civil standby, give us a call back. Okay.
All right.
We'll do that for you. But please let your mother have free access to the house, and please let them have access to the house as I understand it.
Yeah, it wasn't the access. Like I said, it was the personal belongings that were being removed, and their thought that I didn't have a right to say stop.
Okay, but none of them.
And that's it. That's it.
But just to be clear, you're not reporting them stolen right now.
No, not at this point. But it's been
I can
conveyed
tell them
to
stop.
her.
Put the stuff back. You want me to say that?
Like I said, I'm going to leave it alone for this moment, not unless you've got an issue that I need to deal with.
No. I mean, as long
I'll
as
leave it alone.
as long as you're not reporting to me, you're telling me nothing's been taken of your personal property that belongs to you from.
Well, I can't say that. I have said that. Personal property has,
You wanna
but
tell
I
me
am
what
at
it
this
is?
point leaving it alone unless she wishes to start an issue to which we have an issue.
All right, because pretty soon there might not be that opportunity to, you know, I mean, we
Yeah,
might be
obviously.
So I'll tell you, I'll caution them not to take anything that doesn't belong to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Hello, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you for coming.
No problem. Are you?
I'm the one who called.
Okay. You want to talk about?